For this task, we're looking at work schedules. So this is going to revolve around your ability to plan and also set goals. In consultation with your trainer, you'll establish 2 goals and outcomes that you need to achieve over the next 3 weeks. So the goals, the first goal needs to relate to the course requirements, and the second goal either needs to relate to relaxation, leisure, or exercise. So under course requirements, you're going to set a goal. Now, it might be to, over the next 3 weeks, achieve one of the clusters as part of your course. For the relaxation, leisure, and exercise, it can relate to any one of those 3 things, but you need to set yourself a goal of what you want to achieve over a 3-week period. Now that goal might be to, over a 3-week period, try and get your running time to improve slightly, or to get yourself up to be able to run from 4 kilometers to 4.5 kilometers. Or it can be to achieve a total of something. So it might be over the next 3 weeks, I want to run 45 kilometers, not at once, but over that length of time. Or I want to do a total of 5 hours of relaxation activities. So they're going to be your 2 goals, one around course requirements, one around relaxation. So under those goals, then you need to list the tasks that are going to be required to achieve those goals. Now, again, it might only be 3 things, it might be 4 things, it might be 5 things. In this case, we've given you an example. So under course requirements, we've listed the tasks that are going to need to be achieved. So in this case, we're looking at a cluster that the student want to achieve related to psychology. So the task was 1, to attend all the motivation classes. So obviously a big part of the cluster that they had remaining was around motivation. So attend all the motivation classes, read the motivation chapter in the text and develop an understanding of the material, complete the motivation written questions, and successfully complete the motivation observation. So they've also said a time frame. So they want to have this done over by the end of the 2nd week. Read motivation chapter. What they're going to do is 30 minutes Monday and Wednesday nights for the next 2 weeks. Complete motivation written questions end of week 2, and successfully complete motivation observation last session of week 2. So this would be set out as a goal over a 2-week period. For yours, it's going to be a 3-week period that we want you to do these things. Once you've broken down the tasks, you need to set a weekly schedule to help you achieve those goals. So I've got a statement in here: VFA promotes work-life balance, so the following needs to be included in your schedule. So if we now look at part B, so we're asking you to put a 3-week schedule together. So you need to use a calendar. Now, whether you want to use Google Calendars, Outlook, or put one together in Excel, that's up to you, but you need to present a 3-week calendar, and that calendar needs to be broken down hour by hour for those 3 weeks. Now, there's also a statement in here that VFA promotes work-life balance, so the following needs to be included in your schedule: your class time, study assignment time, relaxation, leisure, exercise time, work time if you've got a job. Obviously, if you haven't got a job, that's not going to be in there. Family time and sleep time. It says please monitor this to ensure that you get into the habit of getting enough sleep. So we need all those things built into your schedule. As mentioned, whether you use Outlook, Google Calendars, Excel, or another calendar application, that's up to you. But you will be required to present that calendar. Now, whether it's screenshots or if it's in Excel, you can upload the file, but you will need to present your calendar as part of this task. Also note this comment here: you need to monitor your performance each week against your goals. And we'll talk about that a bit later when we look at the template. And then there's a reflection at the end of it. So after the 3 weeks, you need to complete this reflection by answering these 5 questions. And then the task needs to be uploaded. So as you can see in this template, if you complete this template, you complete the requirements of the task. But up the top here, we've got your goal 1. Now, goal 1 needs to relate to course requirements. So what that goal is going to be, you write it in here. And goal 2 somehow needs to be related to relaxation, leisure, and exercise. Again, write it in there. Now, as we mentioned before, under your goal, you're going to have the task required to achieve it. So we've got 6 boxes here. There might necessarily be 6 tasks required to achieve your goal. So you just write in there as many as you need, but we'd like to see a minimum of 3 tasks to assist you in achieving that goal. We went through some examples of this before. So your tasks and then your time frame. Same again for this part of the table. For part B, it just states that you need to attach your weekly schedule for the 3-week period. So that might be a screenshot of your calendar for week 1, 2 and 3, or it might be, if you're using Excel, you upload that document. So that's going to need to be uploaded, this schedule, whether it be the screenshots or this spreadsheet, separate to this template, which we'll remind you of later. Then you need to complete the below template to describe the progress and outcome of your goals. So here we've provided an example of this. So if we remember back to here, it said you need to monitor your performance each week against your goals. So here you need to write the task and the time frame, which again you're going to be getting from up here. And then you need to write some progress notes. So under the progress notes, you're going to talk about how you went from week to week. So here we've got an example of how they went on the first week. Again, you can write some progress notes for the second and third week. And then after you've completed, you have to say, was a task achieved over that 3-week period? So again, lots of it's going to appear in this section here where you write your progress notes. And the progress notes might be achieve requirements week 1, achieve requirements week 2, achieve requirements week 3. But in some cases you might achieve them, or you might set yourself a target to have it done on Wednesday night, but you might change it to Thursday night. That's where you write some notes here. And then we have part C, which are written reflection questions. They relate to, did you achieve your goals? Why or why not? If not, what prevented you from achieving your goals? Has your work schedule helped you? Do you think you will develop more work schedules in the future? And describe the effect your work schedule had on your stress levels. So hopefully in a lot of cases it will improve your stress levels because you feel like you're more organized. Remembering for questions 1 to 4, you also have to say why or why not as part of the question. So you need to upload 2 things. First, you need to upload this completed template. And secondly, you need to upload your work schedule. So remember, that's your 3-week work schedule that's in some form of calendar that is broken up hour by hour. And as we said, that could be a calendar from Google, from Outlook, Excel, or another format. It can be screenshots or it can be an upload. There's a fair bit to this task, so it's important you understand it correctly. Please speak to your trainer and assessor if you're not sure on the requirements.